Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, December 14. Approximately $120 million is being pumped into the upgrading and renovation of the Clarendon Parish Court following a contract signing on Friday. The scope of work will include the construction of additional public bathrooms and retiling the walkways and corridors. It also includes the installation of additional water storage capacity, air conditioning units, an elevator, and fiberglass seating in the waiting area, as well as improved water and sewage lines and electrical fixtures. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says it's part of the ministry's commitment to improving the facilities of justice institutions across the island.
You can't have a world-class justice system in a third-world facility. So quite frankly, I would like all the courts to be first-class facilities. All the services being provided in the courts must be world-class and first-class facilities.
Chief Justice Brian Sykes adds that having modern amenities is important to improving the overall court system.
This renovation will enhance the circumstances in which justice is delivered and will also contribute to the executive's mission of providing a first-class justice system in terms of the infrastructure in which the justice is delivered.
Residents in and around the parishes of Manchester, St. Elizabeth and Clarendon will now have access to a newly built Central Regional Office of the Public Defender. Public Defender Arlene Harrison Henry officially opened the facility last Friday. She says this will strengthen the agency's thrust to protect the constitutional and human rights of citizens as it makes its services more accessible.
It is building out our infrastructure so that the services that we offer, which is the protection of constitutional rights, the investigations of allegations of violations of those rights, can be closer to the communities. We believe that offices like ours should be readily accessible to the communities.
The Jamaica Promotions Corporation, JAMPRO, will be undertaking a comprehensive market study of the Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee and the Jamaica High Mountain coffee. The process is to develop a production and marketing strategy that will increase export, expand the reach, and command its premium place as the coffee of choice. The undertaking was formalized with the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with the Jamaica Social Investment Fund JSIF Rural Economic Development Initiative Ready 2. Managing Director of JSIF, Omar Sweeney, says JAMPRO will employ field studies and interviews with domestic producers and processors of coffee to ascertain capacity and the challenges associated with production.
I look forward to the completion of this tremendous study that will come, and what we look forward is being able to see a series of effective marketing strategies that would target the overseas market, as well as the ability to reposition our coffee brands, right, as one of the best in the world. And certainly we want to contribute overall to the national growth of our agricultural sector.
President of JAMPRO, Diane Edwards, says over the next 8 months, the team will conduct validation research on the Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee markets.
They're going to be looking at the market trends, at the consumer trends, at the distribution channels in the international market, and really deciding where is the best market for us to focus our efforts.
Ms. Edwards says JAMPRO will also explore unique market opportunities for single, fair trade and organically grown coffee. In addition, the entity will make recommendations to mitigate challenges in order to make production viable and sustainable and to guarantee profitability for farmers and others along the value chain. A Trafficking in Persons handbook is now available to further equip frontline workers to readily identify cases in their field of work. The book outlines the definition, indicators and differences between trafficking in persons and smuggling of migrants. It also helps to identify a potential victim and how to assist, protect and refer them to the relevant state agencies. At the handover ceremony recently, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang said the handbook was part of the training and sensitization process for those targeted.
With ongoing training of everybody who interfaces at that level, from the schools, the clinics, the community, social workers, police, customs, immigration, must be trained to be alert Because the only way to deal with this is to be so sensitive that the moment you see it, you almost get a sixth sense after training, what to look for and intercept and stop this kind of activity.
Trafficking in persons is recognized globally as a major criminal activity and is the third largest income earner for criminal organizations behind drug trafficking and arms trading. Dr. Chang says although data suggests that the activity is not as extensive in Jamaica, persons need to remain vigilant so that the trade does not grow.
One of the truisms of criminal activity is that if you get efficient in one area, they look in other areas. So at this point where we are in Jamaica, it is crucial that we maintain our vigilance, training and sensitization of everybody involved.
The Trafficking in Persons Handbook was developed in collaboration with Winrock International under the Child Protection Compact Partnership. Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett says the pension scheme for sector workers will be introduced on January 1, 2022. Legislation giving effect to the scheme was approved by Parliament 2 years ago, but the implementation was delayed with the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. Minister Bartlett says arrangements have been concluded with the fund manager, Sagicor, and fund administrator, Guardian Life. He says approximately 350,000 tourism workers are to begin registration come January 1. According to the minister, the introduction of the scheme is coming at a time when the tourism sector is at a stage of rapid recovery and where workers can again look forward to a future that is filled with optimism.
The government of Jamaica have put $1 billion Jamaican dollars in the fund to protect those workers who at 59 joined the scheme and only have 5 years of contribution, and they will receive $200,000 a year until they die.
Minister Bartlett was speaking at the official opening of the 444-suite Ocean Eden Bay Hotel in Trelawney recently. The Tourism Workers Pension Scheme is a defined contributory plan supported by legislation and will require mandatory contributions by workers and employers. A key feature of this pension scheme is that it will allow workers to move around within the industry, taking their benefits without being penalized or losing any of their contributions. Minister Bartlett explains that initially, for 2022, the contribution will be 3% of gross salary to be matched by the employer and 5% thereafter. And finally, a database of certified individuals seeking employment in the tourism sector will be made available early next year by the Jamaica Centre for Tourism Innovation, JCTI. It's one of two initiatives by the entity to recruit tourism workers and will facilitate the uploading of resumes by individuals. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says this will allow employers direct access to candidates with the required skills for positions in their organizations.
This is a revolutionary move in our labor market arrangements. In addition, the JCTI is expanding the capabilities of its learning management system to facilitate the delivery of online courses to people in the Caribbean, which will, in the main, include the range of courses currently available to local candidates. So indeed, we are broadening the available skill pool that we can draw on as we recover after COVID.
Today, the JCTI has facilitated the certification of over 8,700 persons in hospitality management, tourism management, culinary art, and spa management, among other high-demand skilled areas. The minister says further training is being arranged to have more certified personnel available in the industry.
And already we have had engagements with the American Hotel and Lodging Institute and the American Culinary Foundation, the Hart NSTA and Ray Neville Academy, as well as Smith Tourism Research. And I just finished discussion with a team out of Seville in Spain to enable training in language. This is very important for us because our workers are going to define the way forward for industry.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.